This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it. Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash, most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
想像力。お、なんだなんだなんだ。順番ね。正しい順序。ちょっと待って。どこからスタート？スタート地点はここか。まあ普通に考えると、まあ心臓発作が起きたからこれでしょ？ひっくり返しちゃって、倒れて、で、大丈夫ですかって入ってきた。違うの？何も起きないんだけど。いいのかな？これで Q を押せばいいのか。で、よろめいてる、よろめいてる。
No, it wasn't like that.
一人ってことか。なんだなんだなんだ。このドアを開けたのは誰かが助けに入ったのかと思ったんですけど、そうじゃないか。じゃあこれが1番で、これが2番で、これが3番？これでどうでしょう？扉をドーンと開けた瞬間、なぜかちょっとクラッときちゃって、ガチャンと落として倒れたと。違う？
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
ね、ドアを無理やりこじ開ける必要なんていうのが普通はないはずですよね。まあちょっとこの見てみようか。シナプス。あれこれだけ？これとこれだけじゃん。そっか、閉じ込められたという風に考えればいいのか。なるほどね。なぜ押し破ったか。部屋の一部を片付けて掃除した罠だった。それとも事故。怪しいよね。検視を行うだって。じゃあこれで警察署に行けばいいのかな。 OK。 行ってみようか。その前に書庫で検索することもあるんだね。 OKOK。 まあとりあえず検視解剖ってことなんで、まずはスコットランドヤードに行こう。
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
しかし盗まれた植物の話はどこ行っちゃったんだろう。後からついてくるのかな。これか？
First of all, let us carry out an external examination. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy. No redness, stings, or bruises. There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
そんなことまでわかるの？肺に入ってる空気に花の匂いがするって。
The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
つまり心臓発作じゃないってこと？わかんないですけど、心臓発作の時で瞳孔を開いたりとかするのかな？
Nothing suspicious here. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
医者でもないのにね。心臓とかこんなに綺麗に、パックリいっちゃってるよ。マジかい。心臓取り出したんだけど。まあちょっとね、プラスチックっぽいおもちゃ感が強いから別にグロくないけど。
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
マジでじゃあ心臓発作じゃなかったってこと？やはり。
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
まあこんなね、目視でわかるもんじゃないと思いますけど、肺も取っちゃった。
The lungs are congested and edematous. The lungs are
上下に回転はできませんね。これ何これ？
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant. The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs. The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
なるほどね。結構なお酒を飲む人だったんだ。
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs. There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death. My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning, plant poisoning to be more exact.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
we should inform Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
まあとりあえずね、殺人と断定するにはちょっと早いんじゃないかな。だって自殺の可能性もあるし、植物あんなにあるんだから間違って誤って摂取したとかね。そういう可能性はないんでしょうか。まあとりあえず殺人だということで。事件になったのかな。事件になるんでしょう。いろいろやらないといけないですね。植物を見つけ出したり、まず一旦ベーカー街自宅に戻って、書庫でね、これを検索しようかな。調べ物をやってから向かおうと思います。じゃあ調べ物行きましょうか。これはなかなか大変だな。植物。百科、あ、そうだね。百科事典だね。新聞じゃない。百科事典の植物系だからなんだろうな。植物学ね。はいはい。植物ホルモン？
That is not the one I need.
ちょっと横文字とかよくわかんないけど、これかな？毒性ってあるからね。これだね。フローレムダイアボレカ
Here it is.
が毒性が強い。OK？ 今度は壊れた鉢の商標。ちょっと漢字っぽいよね、ここにあるの。漢字っぽいな。これか。
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
あともう一個ね。 蜂の商標を探す。夜勤が入った植木鉢。これか。ロンドン園芸。
Here it is.
OK、じゃあ書庫で調べるのはこんぐらいでしょうかね。手紙だ。前回解決した事件のあれかな。ブラッケンストール夫人から手紙が来ましたね。なるほどね。まだクロッカーと船の船員と一緒になったわけではないけど、とりあえず感謝しますということか。さすがにね、私が殺しましたとはね、手紙では書かないでしょうし、ちょっとね、抽象的な感じではありますけど、よかったよかった。で、あとは、じゃあどうしましょうか。ここもね、園芸も行ける、行けないか。場所はね、これで分かったはずなんですけど、店に特別行く必要も今のところないんでしょうね。あとは、ちょっと植物園で調査再開かな。ではまずやるべきことは、そもそもの話なんですけど、展示会から盗まれた植物を探し出すというのと、ダン殺害に用いられた植物を見つけ出すというのと、モンタギュー・ダンに関する情報を収集する職員室でね。あとはモンタギュー・ダンを殺害したのかが誰かということですね。 OK。 結構いっぱいあるな。
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That and...
And?
He had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
なるほどね。女好きで、よく遊んでいた人だと。鍵。
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
マーガレット・ホワイト、新たな人物。これは誰なんだろう。
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
有害な植物。
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
神聖なる組合。
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
オッケー。特にまだ何もないか。職員室ってここのことかな。
Director's office, cloakroom.
入れないんだよね。ホワイトっていう子にはね、どこで会えるんだろう。とりあえず息子にもう一回話を聞いてみましょうか。まずはホワイト城から。
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
なるほどね。ホワイトさん来てるみたいだね。
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes, I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
何がそんな心変わりを起こしたんでしょうか。
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
なかなかね、難しい父親だったみたいですね、殺された人。で、さっきの副園長だと思ってたのは、実はただの従業員最長。まあ一番長く勤めている従業員っていうだけだったっていうね、驚きの事実。
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. but I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
これでじゃあ鍵をもらったから、行けなかったところが行けて、ホワイトにも会えるってことかな。ここは開いてないか。あ、開けるんだ。OK。え？ロックド開いたけど。更衣室はダメって言ってたからね。更衣室じゃないんだね、ここは。ここが園長の机ですね。帽子とか。なんか、あまり調べられるものがない。
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
すごいね。でも新聞に載るってのはさ、なかなか大したことなんじゃないの？手紙。マーガレットに宛てた手紙？どういうことなんでしょうね。マーガレットってそもそも誰だっていう話ですけど、シャンパン。
Champagne. French wine.
これだけか？
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
他に怪しいところは、これか。こんな顔だったのかな。金庫。おい？え？何これ？